To all my Denver Broncos fans, this is the start of something new. I told you guys I would be doing a week-by-week breakdown. We're going to try to look at some film on stream or on YouTube live. And I'm basically going to break every Broncos game down. We're going to do it every Tuesday morning. The reason why we're doing Tuesday morning, the Broncos will have some Monday night games or whatnot. So Tuesday just works best for me. Just something I want to get into, some NFL content. I love the NFL. I love my Broncos. So if you could, I would hit the like button, drop a sub. Obviously, I know a lot of people watch because of Madden, but obviously Madden is related to football. We all love playing Madden because we love football, so I want to incorporate some real football type of stuff. So we're going to take a look at a YouTube video breaking down the entire game. I'm going to watch it as you guys are watching it. We're going to watch it together. Yeah, we'll just go from there and see what we can cook. So, again, this is something I'm going to do every week. It's going to be popular. I don't know, but it's something I want to do. I want to do something different that involves the real-life NFL. So, without further ado, week 1, Broncos versus Titans. Let's get into it. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but I'm going to be able to hear it. So this was the first snap of the game. Loving the pressure we were getting, but I was also very impressed with Cam Ward here. Very impressed with Cam Ward to get away from the sack and obviously give a big throw to Tony Pollard. So, like I said, I'm watching this for the first time as well. Our run game was actually, our run defense was actually pretty good in this game, and I was actually very, very impressed with our defense, which I think we're the best defense in the game. So, nevertheless, I thought that was cool. First drive, I think we did great. This kind of set the tone for the rest of the season, or the rest of the game, I should say. So, that's not here nor there. But we get to the offense side of the ball. This is where I thought we needed some work. Great throw by Bo Nix. Great throw by Sean Payton getting him on the move. Troy Franklin, I'm expecting a breakout year. Now, I don't know why we stayed away from the run game. This was an excellent throw, though. Usually, Bo Nix's feet gets him in trouble. He was able to set his feet and throw it down to Cortland Sutton there. So, don't know why we wasn't able to keep up this momentum. But, as you can see, O-line, which is supposed to be a strength of ours, was getting bullied. I really do believe we need a new center, new left guard, and new right tackle next year. Bowles, Quinn Miners, cool. After that, though, I want everyone else moved. If I'm being completely honest. But I'll be honest, Cam Ward, he threw some dots. I was actually very impressed as a quarterback. First start going against arguably the best defense in the league. So, Bo Nix, again, when he's on the move, he can be great, he can be bad. You know, we got to decide which one we want to do when it comes to Sean Payton and working with that. So, this is actually a great check down in my opinion, because Bo Nix has a time to happen throughout this game. And I'll talk about it more towards the end to force things, right? I'm not as down as everyone else in terms of this game. This interception, I blame that on Cortland Sutton. And I'm actually going to pause this real quick and talk the reason why. When you're a young receiver, you also want to give your guys a chance, right? Or a young quarterback, you give your guys a chance. I believe if I play this back, I feel like Cortland Sutton should come down with this ball. That's just how I feel. Now, Bo made the mistake, but he was giving a 6'4" receiver a chance against a 5'11" DB. You want to be the number 1 wide receiver. You want to make these plays. Bo Nix gave him a chance. Usually, Court comes down with this ball in terms of 50-50, but unfortunately, that happened. Like I said, 5'11" DB versus a 6'3" receiver. I'm going to take the 6'3" receiver, who is a contested jump ball guy every time. But unfortunately for us, we had a defense, and our defense played their butt off. Now, the thing about this defense, we were missing Malcolm Roach, who was a rotational defensive lineman player, Dre Greenlaw, but my boy Hufanga made a play. Big play right there. One of our big acquisitions. But I'm interested to see what Dre Greenlaw brings to the defense. That's already fantastic, right? We had Justin Strenard and Alex Singleton in the middle. So, like I said, Bo Nix, he looked kind of rusty, and you could see. And I'll talk about this at the end. I may not get into this entire game because I'll be honest, a lot of this game was boring. But I just want to show you guys some stuff. This was a great throw by him. Riley Moss played an excellent game. He's back to being fully healthy, which is awesome. So I think obviously you have the DPOI, young goat, on the other side of the ball. So he's going to get a lot of work. This was actually a great play call by Sean Payton. I feel like he needs to use Evan Ingram more. Now he's injured at the moment. We don't know what his week 2 stance is going to be. But then I also think he should also use the running game. Now I'm actually going to rewind this back this play was doomed from the beginning. Now, I seen this live, and when this play happened live, I said it was a sack. I'm going to pause it real quick and talk to you why it's a sack. Now, from this angle, it may look like he's doing obviously a fake to, I think it's J.K. Dobbins in the backfield. But if we speed it up, you see he's on the backside of Bo Nix. So the fake didn't actually affect the linebackers at all. If you go back and look at the linebackers, right, when this fake happens, the fake, none of the linebackers actually come up, and the fake doesn't affect. Look, I think that's Cody Barton in the middle. If you look at Cody Barton in the middle, look at him. He's already going back, and the play fake hasn't even happened. So this resulted obviously in a sack and I believe a fumble, and Tennessee got it. Now, fortunately for us, we have the best defense in the world, so I was cool with that. I was actually, well, not cool with it, but I had confidence in this defense that they weren't going to give up anything, and they didn't. They really didn't. I mean, even all these passes that are being completed, they were less than a yard of separation. So I'm cool with it. I'm absolutely cool with it. Again, run game. I think this was Tony Pollard's like best run of the day. So, but as always, when you get down to the goal line, you can play 20-20. But their red zone defense can make you money. Their red zone defense can make you money, and I believe the Broncos were a top 3 red zone defense last year. And obviously, there's a man who got paid, right? Everyone was talking about should we pay him, will we pay him? We do pay him, and he makes a big play. Every penny worth it. He had his non-pressures this game. Bro was cooking. Bro was absolutely positively cooking. He had to get the field goal, you know, but that is what it is at the end of the day. Not much you can do about that. You got to take the 3 points and trust our defense. Our defense is balling. So at the end of the day, I'm going to trust that defense. Now, I don't know why Bidet was on the field after what Jaleel McLaughlin has showed us the last 2 years. But Bidet needs to be out. Jaleel McLaughlin needs to be in. If you're going to use 3 backs, I feel like the third back needs to be Jaleel McLaughlin. Now, that tight end should have settled. Obviously, it was a zone. I could have seen that. I felt like that could have been a safety. But, nevertheless, Jonathan Cooper, the unsung hero on our defense, probably, I don't know, the old man of the defense or whatever you may be, but he's solid. He's super, super solid. So, Marvin Mims, great return. Absolute fantastic return, but, you know, obviously something happens later on that's not that good of a thing, but we get the ball back, obviously 20 seconds, dot. Courtland Sutton. And this is why, as I pause it, this is why Bo Nix throws it up to Courtland, because usually it's a 70-30, 80-20 ball with him, and that's why I blame that interception more so on Courtland Sutton than Bo Nix, because he's going to give Courtland Sutton's opportunities to make plays. And that's what you do to your big-time wide receiver. So, he gave him opportunity to make plays. Now, I don't know why Will Lutz only kicked this to the 5, because him getting to the 5 allowed this to happen. Allows him to get 3 points.
7 seconds left, and DK's inside the 25.
That's how I was feeling when that was happening. Like, are you kidding me? But Joey Sly puts it. We're going to 10-9 at halftime. Like I said, I'll talk about the game. I'm just going to do a brief overview of the game at the end. These are going to be longer videos, so hope you guys enjoy the longer videos. So, we get into the second half. I was actually really confused with the Broncos' game plan as a whole. Late throw, Bo Nix, interception. Talk, should he give up the play calling? I'll talk about that a little bit too at the end. But defense, again, fantastic throughout the day. Absolutely fantastic. Best defense in the NFL. Now, obviously, I know the Titans don't have upper echelon of weapons or whatnot, but nevertheless, you still got to play the game. You absolutely still have to play the game. So, the good thing about Bo Nix, he never wavers. He continues to make plays. Obviously, a horse collar, clearly. But continue on. I mean, look, obviously, Bo Nix is going to continue to try to make plays. This is, I mean, I feel like this should be utilized more of this game, more design runs and things of that nature. But it's game 1. I get it. Honestly, I thought the Broncos were very, very vanilla in what they were doing. correct me if I'm wrong if you're a Broncos fan. I didn't see anything exotic or different or whatnot. I didn't know. And I'll talk about what I thought Sean Payton was doing towards the end of the game, but I feel like we need to do more than this. Feed 27, feed 12. Both of them should be getting 10-plus touches a game, whether that's receiving, passing, whatever it is. It should be. And we need to start being more unpredictable. 2nd and 1, we run ball. 1st and 10, we run ball. You know what I mean? But 13-12 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter, we take that. We put the defense back on the field, and you can see these boys are just eating. There's 5 people around Cam Ward and no other Tennessee Titans. So, I mean, when you got a defense like this, and like I said, again, I'm going to talk about this at the end, why I think Sean Payton did some things he did because of this defense. But sometimes, you know, good players make good plays on that defense, and that's what happened with Chiggy. So he did try to go deep here. Now, could that have been a PI?
He's going to try to make a catch like he did in that comeback win against
Maybe.
Colorado a couple of years ago.
But they didn't
when he
call
was
it.
wearing a Cardinal uniform. And a Chiefs loss in the opener, I'm sure.
So we back on offense here, 3rd and 12. I mean, we were doing all right. I feel like Evan Ingram needs to be more involved, and I think he will. First game, again, as more season goes on. But 3rd and 10, throw it for 4 yards to your fullback. Don't know what we're doing, but again, I'm pretty sure Sean Payton would have been in his ear. This was a crazy play by Cam Ward to make this play. And Ridley, he kind of let him down a couple times, but we'll talk about that. And by the way, Ridley, when Patrick Surtain was lined up for him, was in the freaking vice grip. So I thought he was actually going to get this first down, but good thing Brandon Jones came up, one of the best free safeties in the game, and made a play. And I was talking about Marvin Mims earlier. Great returner. Turn into a great receiver. You're in year 3. You can't make this play. These are the type of plays that we will lose games against better teams. Now, I understand it will be corrected, but you know what I'm saying? We shouldn't have been in this position. And this is where you know you have a great defense. Sudden turn of events, Jonah Ellis, who I think is going to be a monster, who probably won't get his, I'll be honest, he probably is going to shine outside of the Broncos. We have Cooper and Benito locked up for 4 years. So. And then, back-to-back. This is when you know you got a good defense. 2 sacks takes the team out of field goal range. That's elite. Elite. And we need to do this more, man. This man needs to be getting 10 touches a game. He needs to. I've seen this man 2 years in a row when UCF played against them as a Bama fan, and I was impressed. We need to feed him. We do. We need to feed him. So, nice little check down here to Core.
First down.
Move him.
Andre Diggs, Cam Ward's cousin, makes the stop. They're in the red zone now. And give to J.K.
Again,
Dobbins.
feed J.K. Dobbins.
Let
him get into the touchdown. Now, after this, we know how the game ends, right? I'm going to end it here because the rest of the 3 minutes of the YouTube video, we already know what happens. It go back and forth. I'll talk about that. So, let's talk about stuff. Game 1 in the books. Like I said, I didn't want to watch it because after that point, it was just a lot of back and forth, a lot of sloppy football, if I'm being completely honest, on both sides of the ball. I'm going to say this. Game 1, defense as advertised. No mistakes. Now, we took advantage of a lesser talented offense, and we showed what we're dominant. I need to see that against good teams. Offense. I think Bo was pressing. Like, just knowing Bo Nix from, obviously, I've watched him a lot at Oregon. I watched him at Auburn because I'm a Bama fan. Like, he always wants to do well, and it seems like he was trying to make the big play instead of taking what was in front of him, right? I know Sean Payton to get that cleaned up. And speaking of Sean Payton, I had someone tweet me, or when they were talking, it was like, if you look at, like, the Chargers, you look at these other teams, and you look at their offense compared to the Broncos offense, and the Broncos offense does look vanilla. Now, is it week 1? Does Sean Payton not want to show too much? Because it's different. The Chargers played a divisional opponent where we're playing the Tennessee Titans, where we know the Titans do not have playoff aspirations. I'm not entirely sure. I'll also say this, that end of the game, 4th and 9, where he threw it up to Marvin Mims, obviously Courtland Sutton was wide open. The reason why I think Sean Payton went for it is because, 1, he knew he had a defense behind him that he didn't think would give up points. But 2, he wanted to see what Bo Nix would do in that point. And he failed. Failed miserably. 0 out of 100, but it's a learning experience. I do believe Sean Payton, and this is not crazy to say. It's crazy to say because it's the NFL, but he was using the Tennessee Titans as a learning experience for Bo Nix. I do believe the run game gets going. I think we absolutely need a new center. Luke Wadenborg is terrible at the center position. Right tackle Mike McGlinchey and Ben Powers has regressed since the first year we got him with the Ravens. Every year he's gotten progressively worse. But overall, it's the first game. I had to give it a grade. I'll give it a C plus. Because the offense was an A, but I think the defense was an A plus. But I think the offense was a D. I really was very, very disappointed in the offense with all the hype, all the talks in camp, whoop, whoop, whoop. And it looks like the offense that was in the preseason, if we're being completely honest. So, like I said, week 1 breakdown. We'll talk about week 2. I think we got the Colts coming up next, so that's going to be a good game. Daniel Jones, we got to get pressure. We know what happens when he gets pressure, but he also had a great game week 1, so we can't overlook them. Obviously, JT, Michael Pittman, Alex Pierce, they got some weapons. They got Tyler Warren, the rookie tight ends, and Broncos historically have struggled to cover tight ends. Hopefully, Dre Greenlaw's available to kind of nix that in the bud. But at the end of the day, we're 1-0. Like I said, the offense, if I had to do a game ball goes to the entire defense, if I'm being completely honest. Offense, and genuinely, if you've played enough football, watched enough football, and I played football for 20-plus years, offenses tend to start slower than defenses because defenses, you're reacting, right, to the offense. And you're just going out there flying around and playing. Whereas offense, you're trying to execute a game plan. Whereas defense, you're trying to execute a game plan as well. But it's more so you're far along because you're just reading, reacting, see ball, get ball. Whereas offense, you're trying to put in new players in, new plays, new schemes, and all that different type of stuff. So hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys for week 2 next Tuesday morning. Like I said, I'm going to incorporate real life football stuff. Don't know if this is going to go well, but it's something I want to do. So let me know down below if there's anything you can change, anything you want to see, more you want to talk about. I'm all ears, man. I'm trying to just do this stuff because I enjoy football. I have a platform, so I want to use that platform. That's it. I'm out. Maha salute always. Deuces.